Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's break down Renzo or REZ token today and see where the token is headed. Now, as you can see here, the token did launch back in May of 2024 and it has been in the continuous downtrend. So it hasn't seen that much of a big, I would say, surge. It did see a massive surge from like 70 and it actually ended up surging as high as 1.8 cent, but after that it's going down. So let's break it down. So first of all, if you don't know what the Renzo is, it is a staking protocol that abstracts and manages AVS strategies for liquid restaking tokens, making Ethereum and Solana restaking like easy peasy and accessible to everyone. The product, not limited to EZETH, PZETH, and EZSOL, serves as an interface to the Eigenlayer, Symbiotic, and Jito networks ecosystem. So they do various things. So the token itself, which is basically the REZ, has a max supply of 10 billion, and it is used for things such as it is used for basically governance, and the governance decides following things: journal risk management frameworks, deposits and collateral assets, operator whitelisting, actively validated services, and treasury and community grants. So now if we look at its TVL, it's at 1.48 billion, and if we look at the token itself, it has a market cap of like 29 million. So the message seems to be clear that the REZ doesn't have that much demand. Even if you look at its TVL, the demand is not there. So this massive TVL, as you can see, probably happened because of the airdrop, and after that the token did basically go down. So that I think is pretty much clear that the token doesn't have that much demand. But again, in the past it has gone as high as 265 or 262 million. So even if it goes as high as 60 million or even 100 million, that is clearly like 2x or even 4x from here. So let's see what is happening with it. So the biggest reason why the token has been struggling is because of its token unlocks. So REZ, basically investors as well as like core contributors start to get their tokens starting from March of 2025. And if we look at its price, this is when that happened. There was a massive surge, most likely creating a liquidity so that these investors can take profit, and after that the token start to go down, and it is going down as of now. Now there isn't anything that can push the token, at least from their partnership or some other things. I couldn't find any solid news that could actually cause a massive surge as of now. But again, if you look at its TVL, it is in the uptrend. So I would say at least that is a bullish news for the token itself. So although it has been, or it did actually struggle a lot after the airdrop, but again, as of now, it is so slowly crawling its way up. So that means there is a demand for, I would say, REZ, and their fees have gone up. So overall, I think it's looking good for the REZ fundamentals at least. Now if we look at their governance, this is how it looks like. They don't have anything actively going on the governance, so that could be a bit of a problem. So if they like announce some kind of proposal or anything big, that could basically push the token higher, I think. But again, we don't have anything here as well. Now if we look at their recent updates, like they had restaking auctions, efficient harvesting system for eigenlayer rewards, there are some other things but nothing big, I would say. Now overall, this is how the Renzo looks like, and they do have a product for like institutionals as well, so that could be the cause of the demand as well. But overall, it's looking really good when it comes to TVL, but it's not looking that good when it comes to the token. Now again, the token does have a monthly sell pressure, and that will continue to do so till April of 2026. As you can see here, the investors are actively getting their tokens on a monthly basis. So the token does have a lot of sell pressure on the monthly basis. So that means even if it goes up, there will be a sell pressure. So as of now, the token has been in the downtrend. We have 1, 2, 3 touches on this trend line. So again, if it can like break above from this trend line, this red one, I think there's a possibility that the token may actually see a massive recovery if it does that. So again, as of now, I think even if it goes up, there's a high chance that it will reject on this trend line and it will most likely go down. So that is what I'm looking at least from how it's trading in the recent days. Again, there is also a possibility that the token could be heading for a new all-time low as well if the market goes down, because it has a monthly sell pressure as you can see here. So if, let's say that if the market does bounce back and if the alts do start to go up, I think there's a pretty good chance that REZ could see a pretty good bounce back from here, somewhere around like point 1.4 to 1.7. It may actually see a massive a surge from here. So if it can retest on this exact demand zone, we may actually see a massive recovery. It may not be that high, but I think it may actually surge as high as 1.3 cent as you can see here. Now if it does breaks this support, I think we could be heading towards this, which is probably going to be around 94 to 90. There is another, I would say, support that I'm looking at. If it doesn't, I think it will most likely go as low as 70, or if the worst comes, I think it may be heading towards its new all-time low. That is a possibility, and I'm saying that because of these token unlocks. But let's say that if they announce some kind of news, or if we do see an alt season, so if it can just see a breakout above from this, I think there will be a lot of traders that will most likely be happy to trade the coin, because this is going to be the biggest breakout, and I think it will most likely push the token higher. Looking at its market cap, I think going as high as 20 or even 23 or 2.3 cent may be possible, because it is likely the resistance that it has. Again, even if it breaks above from here or breaks out, I think it can go as high as 1.9 to 1.6, and if the demand is higher, it may basically push as high as 3.2 or even 2.8. so I think because of its low market cap, I think this surge is possible, but that is only if it can see a massive breakout from here. Let's see what happens. But overall, the TVL is going up, but it does have a big problem with their token unlocks. Let's see what happens. So I think as long as these investors don't sell, REZ could basically see a massive breakout. But if they continue to sell and take profit, I think we will most likely reject somewhere around 1.3 or even around 1.6 to 1.8. But if they don't, I think the possibility of hitting 2.8 to 3.2 is really high, because it's really low market cap, and if you look at its TVL, it's just too high. Anyways, this was it. I just want to cover the coin. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.